is good? What is bad? Let's think today about this question of good and bad, of good and evil. The question of good and bad falls under what we call the moral question, the moral problem. It is one of those things that really challenges us because we really seek to know the difference between black and white, between left and right, between good and evil. The moral question is a very old one. Right from the time of Adam, he made that step to eat the fruit that will permit him to know the difference between good and bad. Since then, we too are his children ponder constantly about this problem. I'll bet you that even those who don't have any form of religious affiliation will still want to know the difference between good and bad. And in that light, over the years, most people have come up with theories. They have come up with their own ideas, hypotheses of what they think is good, what they think is right, what they think is morally acceptable. For example, the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche pondered so much on this. Even the Christian philosopher and Pope John Paul II talked to about veritas splendor, the splendor of truth. You know, nowadays everyone seems to be correct, everyone seems to know, so much that we see it as such a very relative issue. We tend to feel that morality now it's something that depends on persons, that depends on societies, that depends on areas. So much that Pope Benedict XVI and others before him have coined it the dictatorship of relativism. Because now we really ask ourselves, is there really an absolute good? Is there an absolute truth? Or is it that morality depends on individuals, depends on societies? Because you bear with me that there are some things that are accepted in some areas or some countries or some cultures, but not accepted in other ones. Even religion, there are some stuffs like we take with marriage. For Christians, it will be morally unacceptable to be a polygamous person. But for other religions like Islam, it's acceptable. So then you ask me, what is good? What is bad? I'll tell you that what is good or what is bad does not depend on what you think it is. It does not depend on what you say it is. It does not even depend on what people say. What is good or bad is not because of fashion or times. Don't say something is good or something is correct because everyone is doing it. What is good, as our master says, is what God says is good. Remember the rich young man who met our master Jesus and asked him about this question, and Jesus insisted only one person is good, and the good person is our Lord himself. God alone is good. So if we want to be good, we have to rely on God. We have to find God because he is goodness. To be good is to trust and to obey everything that he says. You tell me that no, we have our consciences. Our consciences can permit us to judge good from bad. Well, I will not totally disagree with you, but I will tell you that in our present days, if you look around, you feel that people's consciences have been bought. You hear what people say and ask yourself, are these people really relying on their conscience? So I tell you, the safest way to know what is good is to seek the way of God. If you want to be good, find God. Find God in humility, because those who are humble will see God. If you want to be good, put God first, put others second, and put yourself last.